What's up, guys? Midwest Magic and More here again with another Magic the Gathering product review. So last time we opened 5 theme boosters from Core 20, and today we have a set of 5 theme boosters from Ravnica Allegiance. This one I already opened. I kind of took a look through there to just kind of get an idea of what's in here. So obviously the Ravnica Allegiance theme boosters are based on guilds. So I have one Azurius, one Cynic, one Rakdos, one Orzhov, and that was it. So, and Gruul. Gruul was the other one. So this one is the Azurius, the white and blue. It'll have monocolored spells in white and blue. It'll have hybrid mana, which is in the CMC. The colored symbols will be white or blue for the costs. And artifacts, and also dual colored gold cards. So let's go ahead and get this started with the Azurius pack. And it's 35 cards. So that was Cynic Griffin, the Azurius Locket, Impassioned Orator, Law Mage's Binding, Azurius Guildgate, Gateway Sneak, Arrester's Admonition, Prowling Carcal, Law Mage's Binding again, Humongous, Code of Constraint, Shimmer of Possibility, Sky Tether, Summary Judgment, Persistent Petitioners, Windstorm Drake, Arrester's Admonition again, Chillbringer, and Angelic Exaltation, Hazda Officer, Senate Courier, the Slime Bind, Fairy Duelist, another Cynic Griffin. We have Depose and Deploy, the Screaming Shield, Dovin's Acuity, Sphinx's Insight, Law Mage's Binding again, High Alert, Azurius Knight Arbiter, Bring to Trial, another Cynic Griffin, Law Mage's Binding, and our rare from this pack, which I already knew about, was Lavinia Azurius Renegade. She is 1 white, 1 blue, legendary creature, human soldier. She's a 2/2, and she reads, each opponent can cast non-creature spells with converted mana cost greater than the number of lands that player controls. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell. And on the very back of these packs, there is a code for Magic the Gathering Arena for 3 booster packs. The code is Play Allegiance. It's the same on every one of these inserts, and they are good until July 1st, 2020. So you guys get those if you haven't gotten those already. So next we're going to go ahead and do the Gruul, which is red and green. What's your guys' favorite guild? Leave that in the comment. So now we got the Gruul Locket, the Rubble Belt Runner, a Spear Spewer, Rampaging Renhorn, Savage Smash, Storm Strike, Guildgate, Sagittar's Volley, a Rubble Slinger, a Sylvan Brush Strider, Rumbling Ruin, Gore Clan Wrecker, a Gruul Beastmaster, Stony Strength, Titanic Brawl, Rhythm of the Wild. Creature spells you control can't be countered. Non-token creatures you control have Riot. They enter the battlefield with your choice of a 1/1 counter or haste. Decent enchantment. That's for 3 mana. Burning Tree Vandal. Tower Defense. Open the Gates. Enraged Ceratok. Deface. Gravelhide Goblin. Sunder Shaman. For 2 red, 2 green, it's a 5/5. Sunder Shaman can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, destroy target artifact or enchantment that player controls. Pretty good. That's good value for a 4 cost, I think, personally. And then we have Collision and Colossus. Okay. Robo Slinger again. Frenzied Airrinks. Yeah, that's how I would say that. Savage Smash again. Screaming Shield again. Another Rhythm of the Wild. A Rubble Belt Runner. Okay. Clan Guild Mage. For red and green. For 2 and a tap. Target creature can't block this turn. For 3 and a tap, target land you control becomes a 4/4 elemental creature with haste until end of turn. It's still a land. It's a 2/2 creature. Gorklan Wrecker. The Zur-Ta Goblin. For a red and a green, it's a 2/2 with Riot. This creature enters the battlefield with your choice of a 1/1 counter or haste. Bullrock Clan Crusher. For 5 mana. Tap, remove a 1/1 counter from a creature you control. Bullrock Clan Crusher deals 2 damage to any target. It's a 4/4. And our rare mythic, it is a mythic. It is Domri Chaos Bringer. For 2 colorless, a red and a green. It comes in with 5 loyalty. Its +1 is add green or red. If that mana was spent on a creature spell, it gains Riot, which means it enters with a 1/1 counter or haste. -3. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal up to 2 creature cards from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. And his ult is -8. You get an emblem with, at the beginning of each end step, create a 4/4 green and red beast creature token with trample. And like I said on the back here, these inserts, the co-display Allegiance for 3 boosters can be redeemed by July 1st of 2020 at the latest. Alright, so now we're going to move on to Cynic. So we've done Azurius and Gruul. Moving on to Cynic, which is green and blue. Starting off with the Sage's Row Savant, a Skitter Eel, Growth Spiral, Simic Guild Gate, Quench, Gift of Strength, the Scuttle Gator, Steeple Creeper, Showbringer, Simic Locket. So obviously some of these cards are going to cross over in these sets, especially if they share colors. Terramander, Prying Eyes, Mammoth Spider, and then obviously some of the artifacts are going to cross over as well. Homunculus, Enraged Ceratok, Fairy Duelist, where you're going to get a lot of variation is in the gold cards, which is both colors, and the hybrid mana cards. Gift of Strength, Skitter Eel, Sauroform Hybrid, Troll Bred Guardian, Territorial Boar, Steeple Creeper again, Axebane Beast, which is just a 3/4 vanilla for 4 mana, Frilled Mystic, Here we go. 2 green, 2 blue, 3/2 flash. When it enters the battlefield, you may counter target spell. Alright. Gateway Sneak. Aeromunculus. 3 mana, colorless green, and a blue flying. Pay 3, adapt 1. If this creature has no 1/1 counters on it, put a 1/1 counter on it. Okay, and it comes in as a 2/3 base. The Combine Guildmage for a green and a blue, it's a 2/2. 4/2, tap. This turn, each creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it. Also for 2, except with blue, tap. Move a 1/1 counter from target creature you control onto another target creature you control. Okay. The Sharkdo Crab, 4 mana. Adapt 1 for 4. If this creature has no 1/1 counters on it, put a 1/1 counter on it. Whenever 1 or more 1/1 counters are put on Sharkdo Crab, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. The Galloping Lizrog, 5 mana. 3/3, trample. When it enters the battlefield, you may remove any number of 1/1 counters from among creatures you control. If you do, put twice that many 1/1 counters on Galloping Lizrog. Okay. Biogenic Upgrade. Scuttlegator again. Junk Troller. Okay. Growth Spiral. And my rare was Biomancer's Familiar. For a green and a blue, it is a 2/2. Activated abilities of creatures you control cost 2 colorless less to cast. This effect can't reduce the amount of mana and ability cost to activate to less than 1 mana. You can tap it the next time target creature adapts this turn. It adapts as though it had no 1/1 counters on it. And then, once again, so now we're going to move on to Rakdos. Black and red. And we're going to start off with Rakdos Roustabout, the Plague White, the Guildgate, a Spike-Will Acrobat, the Noxious Gruudian, Rafter Demon, Rakdos Lockets, the Blade Juggler, that's it, Battle Juggler, Skewer the Critics, Blade Brand, Flames of the Razor, Undercity's Embrace, Act of Treason, Smelt Ward Ignis, Spire Mangler, Dead Revels, Spewer, Rusty, get out of here, go lay down. Spewer, Deface, Bankrupt in Blood, Colt Guildmage for a black and a red. 3 mana tap, target player discards a card, activate this ability only time you can cast a sorcery. Or for 1 red and tap, it deals 1 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. Okay. Macabre Mockery. Get the Point. Footlight Fiend. So for a hybrid mana, which is a red or a black in this case, it is a 1/1. When it dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. Another Junk Troller. Fireblade Artist. For a red and a black. Haste. 2/2. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may sacrifice a creature. When you do, it deals 2 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. Rafter Demons. Get the Point again. Rakdos Trumpeter. Okay. Hackrobats. Rakdos Firewheeler. For 2 black, 2 red, it's a 4/3, human or rogue. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to target opponent and 2 damage to up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. Skewer the critics. Another roustabout. Then we have Carnival and Carnage. And my rare is going to be a double spell. It's going to be... Ooh, 2 rares, actually. My first rare is going to be Bedeck and Bedazzle. So for hybrid mana, Bedeck, target creature gets +3, -3 until end of turn. And for 6, 4 and a black or red, Bedazzle, destroy target non-basic land. Bedazzle deals 2 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. And then we have Mirror March, which I like Mirror March. For 6 mana, it's an enchantment. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, flip a coin until you lose a flip. For each flip you won, create a token that's a copy of that creature. Those tokens gain haste. Exile them at the beginning of the next end step. It's pretty decent. And my final pack is going to be Orzhov Black-White, which is personally probably my favorite guild. And then probably my second favorite guild is going to be Selesnya. Alright, so got the Guild Gates, the Viscopa Vampire, an Archway Angel, another Guild Gate, the Lockets, Twilight Panther, a Syndicate Messenger, Final Payment, for a black and a white. As an additional cost to cast a spell, pay 5 life or sacrifice a creature enchantment. Destroy target creature at instant speed. Imperious Oligarch, Impassioned Orator, Justicar's Portal. For 2 mana, colorless and a white. Exile target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. It gains first strike until end of turn. Instant speed blink. Night of Sorrows. A Orzhov Racketeers. Forbidding Spirit. Sky Tether. Rally to Battle. Grasping Thrall. For 3, a white and a black. It is a 3/3 flying Thrall. When Grasping Thrall enters the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life when it ETBs. Orzhov Enforcer, a Prowling Caracal, Twilight Panther again, the Blood Mist Infiltrator for 3. This is a 3/1. Whenever Blood Mist Infiltrator attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, it can't be blocked this turn. Mortify. For a colorless, a white and a black. Destroy target creature or enchantment. Civic Stalwart. The Basilica Bellhaunt. For 2 white and 2 black. It is a 3/4 spirit. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card and you gain 3 life. Imperious Oligarch. Pitiless Pontiff. For 1 white, 1 black, it is a 2/2 Vampire Cleric. For a colorless, sacrifice another creature. Pitiless Pontiff gains Death Touch and Indestructible until end of turn, so it's a sack engine. Knight of the Last Breath. It is 5 colorless, a white and a black, rather expensive, for a 4/4 Giant Knight. For 3 colorless, sacrifice another non-token creature. Create a 1/1 white and black spirit creature token with flying. It has Afterlife 3. When this creature dies, create 3 1/1 white and black spirit creature tokens with flying. Then we have Consecrate and Consume. For 1 and a hybrid, exile target creature card from a graveyard, draw a card. Consume is 2 colorless, a white and a black. Target player sacrifices a creature with the greatest power among creatures they control. You gain life equal to its power. Consume's pretty good. That's not bad. It's alright. Grotesque Demise. Grasping Thrall again. Another Consecrate and Consume. Syndicate Guildmage. White and a black. For a 2/2 human cleric. For 1 and a white, tap target creature with power 4 or greater. For 4 and a black mana, tap it. Syndicate Guildmage deals 2 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. Sphinx of the Guild Pact. It is a 7-cost artifact creature Sphinx. It's a 5/5. Sphinx of the Guild Pact is all colors, with flying, hexproof from monocolored. Okay. And there we go. That's a really good rare. It's probably the best rare I think I've pulled. I'm pretty sure it's the best one I pulled. Smothering Tithe. For 4 mana, 3 colorless and a white, it's an enchantment. Whenever an opponent draws a card, that player may pay 2 colorless. If the player does not pay 2 colorless, you create a colorless treasure artifact token with tap, sacrifice this artifact, add a mana of any color. And Plaza of Harmony. Rare lands. When Plaza of Harmony enters the battlefield, if you control 2 or more gates, you gain 3 life. Tap and add a colorless. Tap, add 1 mana of any type that a gate you control could produce. So there we go. That's all the Ravnica Allegiance theme packs I had. I think probably the best one out of them, for me personally, was the Orzhov one. I'm actually working on a commander deck right now. I'm working on a deck for Teysa Karlov here. 4 mana, 2/4. If a creature dying causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Creature tokens you control have Vigilance and Lifelink. So I'm looking to build a deck around her where I have a handful of sack engines and some cheap creatures and various ways to make tokens. So I just keep sacking, doubling those triggers, draining opponents, making them discard, making them mill. Probably going to do some graveyard hate, exiling graveyards and doing damage to my opponents that way. But I'm going to do a deck tech on that hopefully next week, and break down exactly what cards I put in that deck. But anyways, as far as the opening goes, this opening and the Core 20 theme booster pack openings, I personally say the Ravnica Allegiance theme boosters were better. That's just my take on that. They're both decent products, especially for somebody who's either has a small collection or is just getting started or getting back into the game. They're quality products at a reasonable price if you get them off the internet. I've seen them go for, I want to say these cost me, I want to say it was $15 for 5 theme boosters for both the Ravnica Allegiance and the Core 20s that I got. So yeah, all in all, I think they're a pretty good product, and I really enjoy opening them. But I would say I enjoyed the Ravnica Allegiance more, just because you had more of a variety of colors in each theme booster. So, but anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good week, and see you in the next video.